Hallucinations in large language models is more common than you would think. It is a tendency to invent facts in moments of uncertainty by large language models. You can also call it a model's logical mistake, where it fabricates information entirely but behaves as if giving facts. So, that is what hallucination is, and it could be quite dangerous and quite harmful too in many cases. Galileo has released this LLM hallucination index where they have ranked popular LLMs based on their propensity to hallucinate across three common task types: question and answer without RAG, question and answer with RAG, and long form text generation. RAG is simply retrieval augmented generation, where we provide additional context with the prompts to LLM to um, be more focused on our own custom data, or to equip it with recent data. There has yet to be an LLM benchmark report that provides a comprehensive measurement of LLM hallucination, because measuring hallucination is hard, as LLM performance varies by task type, dataset context, and more. Also, there isn't a consistent set of metric for measuring hallucination. But this LLM hallucination index is the right step in the right direction. Now, if you look at this index, you would notice that GPT-4 model has outperformed on this Q&A with RAG task, and GPT 3.5 is also not far behind. And you can see that this GPT-4 0613 is one of the top model in the world, but and its score is 0.76. The higher the score, the better LLM is to deal with your hallucination. Now, one of the surprising fact is this Zephyr 7 billion beta model, which has scored very high, even higher than Llama 2 70 billion and also Falcon 40B's Instruct. So, and this is the open source model, and you can see that it has outperformed Meta's 10 times larger Llama 2 70 billion. So, what it means is that larger models are not always better. Also, if you notice, the Falcon 40B Instruct and Mosaic's ML MPT, they have performed worse for this task type. I think given the cost and everything, GPT 3.5 Turbo looks really good here with Q&A with RAG. Now, if you look at Q&A without RAG, then in this one again, GPT-4 um, shines, and here GPT 3.5 is bit lower but not that far away from GPT-4. And then similarly you can see that Zephyr has performed well, but Llama 2 was better than Zephyr here, and still Falcon and MPT were down um, the index. If you look at long form text generation, again GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 are clear winner, whereas Llama 2 also performed well, but Zephyr was down in this sort of index. And if you look at MPT and Falcon and even Mistral, and I'm surprised to see Mistral way down there, they all have performed quite low. Now, the matrix which they have used for this index is called as context adherence. Context adherence evaluates the degree to which a model's response aligns strictly with the given context, serving as a metric to gauge closed domain hallucinations wherein the model generates content that deviates from the provided context. The higher the context adherence score is, that is, it has a value of 1 or close to 1, the more likely the response contains information from the context provided to the model. The lower the context adherence score is, that is, it has a value of 0 or close to 0, the more likely the response contains information not included in the context provided to the model. And finally, the dataset which they have used for this index is from Narrative QA, Drop, MS Marco, Hotspot QA, Distractor set. All in all, a really good step in the right direction, as I mentioned earlier, because that is what is needed. We need various indexes to see these sort of LLM bloopers or hallucinations, so that we would be able to make proper decision whenever we are selecting LLM for a specific task. That's it, guys. I hope that you liked it and it was of any value. If you have any questions or thoughts, please put them in the comments. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network. Thank you very much.